I went to the advanced screening of Beetlejuice. I thought every goth in New Jersey was going to be there.
Yeah.
And I was very excited to discover it was dead as shit.
Exactly. That's what you want.
Yeah, because that means I will still like it before it's cool.
This is real quick, and I don't want I don't want to get too derailed before we launch into your review of Beetlejuice too. But like
Beetlejuice.
Right. Sorry,
it's an important distinction.
Sorry. Before we launch into your review of Beetlejuice. You mentioned this to me before about this idea of that, like, it's good that no one came to this movie because then it still gets to be like a niche thing that's just for you. And not to push back too hard, is that fucking true at all? Is Beetlejuice niche? It feels very popular, actually.
Okay. So so back in like the aughts.
Okay.
You had to be a little weird to be familiar with Beetlejuice.
I guess so.
You know, and like as a young person, I mean.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like it's not like you couldn't go to Hot Topic. Oh, maybe you could.
See, like, again, I'm not trying to. I do feel like this is one of those things.
No. Because I remember, all right, even like 10 years ago, I would be wearing stripes.
Right, okay.
And I would make a joke about, like, I know, like, look at me in my stupid fucking Beetlejuice costume.
All right.
And people would be like, what is that?
Oh, okay.
Beetlejuice? What is that?
Because I do have, like, distinct memories from, like, middle school of dudes being like, it's like, oh yeah, like Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like I know what that is.
Yeah,
like we all know what this is.
Yeah, no, it's not that nobody had heard of it.
Right.
It's that nobody was watching it.
Okay.
And I don't know about Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
But I just mean like it was not mainstream pop culture.
Right. It still got to be a special little weird thing for you.
For the goths.
You know?
The point is that, like, yes, I would absolutely prefer for this thing to bomb.
Okay.
So that I can continue to be cool.
Right, so it's subversive. So
exactly.
It can continue to be like Beetlejuice can continue to be your thing.
Exactly.
Right.
And look, that already went out the window.
Yeah, no,
you know,
of course.
It was a huge cultural phenomenon in the late 80s, early 90s.
Right, yeah.
You know.
They made a cartoon.
It's just that, you know, people who... that cartoon is so fucking weird, dude. That cartoon is so fucking weird. It's a fucking fever dream. I started watching it, and the first episode, the plot of the episode is there's a conflict surrounding Beetlejuice and Lydia's anniversary.
Yeah.
That's episode 1.
That's episode 1, and apparently they don't come back to that though.
No,
they do that once just to be like, who knows what this relationship is, and then they kind of move on from it. I guess.
No, they do it once. And by doing that, they say, here's what this relationship is.
Right.
And then never explain it further than that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that they can... So, like, in a weird way, it was important to them that be their relationship.
Apparently.
So that they canonically establish that that's their relationship, and then they never mention it again.
Oh, listen. They don't say we're married.
Right.
They don't say we're dating. You know,
like,
but in the first episode, it's about their quote unquote anniversary,
right? Yeah,
and for the rest of the show, he calls her babes,
right? So gross.
And she really likes him a lot, and they really like each other, and they're very close.
Beetlejuice is a villain.
He's not a good guy.
He's the antagonist of that movie, the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Everybody listening to this, I know you just want a spooky version of the genie from Disney's Aladdin. Right. I know you want Goth Cat in the Hat. That's not what the guy is.
This is not your guy.
Go watch the movie from the 80s. What is the point? What's the point?
So did you like it?
The point is
like
that
the movie?
The point is that never in the history of media has there been a character so thoroughly rehabilitated over time.
Yeah.
You watch the original Beetlejuice, and I'm like, wait, people are charmed by this guy? He's got a cool suit, but holy fuck.
Well, I think it's like he got rehabilitated by the cartoon, I think.
Yeah, except the cartoon, he's still dating a kid.
He's still dating a kid, but only explicitly in the first episode.
Right, that's true.
Right, which is the funny thing, because it feels like listen, it's important that this is technically canon, but we are gonna hide it. Like, it's weird.
It's very weird.
It's like, well, we can't not have. It's part of the story. Like, we can't just rewrite this part of it for the cartoon. It has to be part of it.
Well, the thing is,
we have to sweep it under the rug because kids are going to be watching this.
Which is crazy, because it's not like that was canon in the movie.
Yeah.
Some fucking freaks made that show. All right, and then the Broadway musical they played with it a little bit differently.
It was like
you
a
know,
green card.
they had a cute little song about how it's gross and how it's not okay to do this.
Right,
you know,
yeah.
child marriage is bad, and it was weird. It had weird kind of like Frank Reynolds energy, but it was still fine.
Yeah.
And you know, they worked around it, and so because of it, what's that guy's name? What's the actor who did Beetlejuice on Broadway? Shit.
This is mean, but I look at him and I just assume his name is Lunch. It's so mean, but like I was like, "What's his name?" And I pictured his face, and it was like Lunch. Yeah.
Well, Lunch makes a charming Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Lunch's Beetlejuice is great. He's humanized. He has like an arc. He has feelings, and he's got a history. He's got trauma that's informed how Lunch's version of Beetlejuice it got the juice.
Yeah.
You know, became the ghost with the most.
Right.
And so, you know, they had a tough needle to thread with the sequel.
Yeah.
They had a tough needle to thread because I saw an early clip where, you know, spoiler alert. Fast forward. You know what? Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Just
don't watch the movie. We need less people to watch the movie so that
that's
Will
true.
can be cooler.
I'm going to spoil
So
it.
spoil the fuck out of the movie.
No
so one sees
spoiler
it.
alert.
No
Forget I
spoilers.
said spoiler alert. There's no spoilers coming. So there's a scene where Beetlejuice explains his history with his ex-wife.
Okay.
Who's a villain in the sequel.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, it's my bitch ex-wife is
yeah,
back.
Exactly. Yeah, he's no longer like doing weird stuff with kids, but he's still a disgusting creep beyond being a dead guy.
In that clip, there's like a sex scene, right?
Right, okay.
Where Beetlejuice does a funny sort of what we do in the shadows type sex scene with his ex-wife. And
Okay.
and it's goofy, it's spooky, it's silly.
Okay.
And I saw a clip of that on YouTube, and I scrolled down, and in the comments there were like multiple people being like, "What the fuck is this? I can't go see this with my parents now." And I was like, "Wait, which Beetlejuice are you familiar with? Are you only familiar with Lunch?" Like, because I think that there are people who are only familiar with Lunch who are gonna see the new Beetlejuice where he keeps a photograph of child Winona Ryder on his desk. What is my point in all this? My point is that it's fascinating to see what Beetlejuice became to pop culture.
So how many stars Beetlejuice would you say? How many stars do you give it?
Hard to sum it up.
All right.
Hard to sum it up. Lot of feelings about it.
Okay.
Honestly, like, it was good.
Okay.
Like, there was, of course, it's not going to be the original thing. The original thing is like a classic movie. Mm-hmm. And if you went into it expecting that, you're a fool. If you went into it expecting them to expand on the lore or, you know, explore Beetlejuice's character or give him an arc, I feel like you missed the point of the original. Beetlejuice is not a character. He is a monster.
Right.
He's the problem in the first movie.
Right, yeah.
He is the problem that the heroes have to solve.
Yeah.
He's not... It's crazy that they try and get you to like him in all the other media.
Like, he's a thing to be overcome.
Yeah, no.
He's kind of, like, intentionally disgusting. Like,
he's awful.
And I guess that's kind of like... And you know what? You know what it is? I think if I could do a little critique of Beetlejuice, I think that the fact that he's a spooky ghost... In a weird way, it's like multiplying by a negative number. You know what I mean? Like, it makes the fact that he's disgusting feel like, oh no, he's just disgusting because he's a spooky ghost man.
Right.
No. He was disgusting when he was alive, I bet. Like, he was born bad and he's always been bad.
Yeah.
He sucks. Yeah. Like, he's gross.
I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
The craftsmanship in the new movie is charming. They didn't overdo it with CGI. Mm-hmm. They still did a lot of stop motion. It's weird how much this subject is coming up, but Jeffrey Jones was in the original. So we're back here again. They did a good job explaining his absence.
Subject matter is kind of baked into the DNA of the film is kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, it kind of fucking is. But
no.
Jeffrey Jones's absence was explained quite well.
Okay.
They had a cute little claymation of him in an airplane. The airplane crashes, then he gets eaten by a shark.
That seems almost too self-aware. That almost feels too like winking and nodding look at what we did to this pedophile.
Well,
like,
the rest of the movie, Jeffrey Jones's character is still in it.
what?
He's just in the underworld with half of his body having been eaten by a shark.
Okay.
So he's just like half a guy with a giant chunk of his torso missing, like spewing blood all over the place and walking around the underworld. It's kind of great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it.
I think it's great.
Okay, I gotta see it, I guess.
I think it's great.
I gotta get myself down to the theater and watch the dank thing. I haven't seen a movie in a theater in a long time.
I don't do it very often.
It might have been ours. I think our movie was the last one I saw in theaters.
Yeah, no, I'm only going to the theaters for something that I'm as excited for as
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
It was Beetlejuice. You know, it was a live-action cartoon directed by a spooky guy that I like.
I know. Yeah. No. I listen.
It checked the boxes.
I wasn't surprised at all to hear that you'd seen it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna go see that in theaters. I bet.
Well, Tim Burton emailed me. He said, "Come see my movie early."
You said you got an advanced screening, and I listened to enough podcasts that I thought that meant someone had sent you a DVD.
Yeah, no,
in a manila envelope.
Tim Burton did.
You actually just went to just like one of those theaters that illegally shows it early because the fucking film industry's dying and there's no rules anymore.
No, because Tim Burton sent me an email saying I could.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And he and I went to the movie together, and we held hands.
He held hands and shared a big bag of popcorn. The popcorn was in Tim Burton's lap.
Yep.
And you write the rest of the joke. It's just like the rest of the joke is there for you to put together. I don't feel like making it. I'm not in the mood, but you could if you wanted.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's it was a great time. Tim is a great guy. I'm gonna insist.
He is.
I'm gonna insist that I went to see the movie with Tim Burton. Yeah,
and that he's your friend. And that's a problem because I don't. I feel like this is. I don't know. I mean, this seems like an obvious thing to say, but Tim Burton has a sinister energy to him.
That is.
But not just in the spooky hills, like the hills that curl like an elf's shoe, which is scary, I guess.
Right,
a very scary thing for a hill to do. Beyond that,
I mean, if you saw a hill that was shaped like that, it would be pretty freaky.
Right.
I'd be a little freaked out.
I would be like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I'd be like, is that a hill? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that.
Especially if it then uncurled, I'd be very scared. I would think that's an animal of some kind.
Yeah. My point is, I don't know if I would like to be in a room alone with Tim Burton. Just based on like what I've seen of him in interviews and stuff, he has a strange energy.
He does.
He's like a strange energy, and I don't know what it would be like to be alone with him.
I can say that apparently like everybody has said he's like really cool and respectful and kind and nice.
No, but honestly that makes me more suspicious. This is like I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's never hurt anybody. But in here, Will.
Oh yeah.
In his beautiful dark twisted mind.
Oh yeah. No, that guy is totally fantasizing about chopping up Jenna Ortega.
That's the thing. Is I guess I bet he's friendly, but you know what? He's also famous, and that gets you a lot. You know, like there's a lot of quote unquote charming people who are actually the least charming people you've ever met.
Right.
But because they're famous, you're like, oh, this is quirky and fun.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's like
if this guy worked at a gas station, you would hate making eye contact with him. But because he's made a bunch of cool movies, he's a genius. You know what I mean?
That's the fun deal you get.
That is the deal.
That's the fun.
That's the devil's bargain. You know?
And that's and you know, I think it's great.
I think it's I did say it like it was a bad thing, but I'm glad that there is a path for dudes you wouldn't want to make eye contact with at a gas station.
It was the only path for me.
It's the only thing.
The only path for me was to get people to like my music so that they could tolerate my clothing choices.
Exactly. There's like a certain kind of guy at a certain kind of gas station that you look at him and you're like, God, I hope you're talented. Welcome everybody.
Yeah, holy shit. I'm Will Wood.
I'm Christopher Dunn. And this is a podcast about the apocalypse.
Where we use our incredible psychic abilities to predict the future and give you the advice you need to survive it.
When we're not doing this podcast, we're just fucking chillaxing in those tanks from fucking Minority Report. You know? I have a sensory deprivation egg that I go into.
Nice. I don't have one of those eggs.
No, Will just has a blindfold and a white noise machine.
I have a blindfold.
Which is weird because he makes so much more money than I do.
I have a white noise machine that cost $20,000.
It is the is the single best white noise machine available on the market.
It makes the whitest noise.
And my sensory deprivation egg sucks. It is bad in there. It is loud in that egg. Again, there's fucking red lights inside the egg. They flash. It makes a loud grinding noise the whole time. There's no water. It's bad.
It has a lot of features.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, is you'd think you pay extra for more features, but not when it's a sensory dep egg.
No.
The point is to not have things.
Yeah, you would. It should
but
be less
cheap
stuff.
sensory deprivation egg.
Yeah, it just blasts fucking shock jock radio.
But my white noise machine was $20,000. It's diamond studded. It makes the whitest fucking noise.
A diamond studded white noise machine is I don't know, like it's such a symbol of everything I despise that it's almost beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, wow, look at it.
Well, I mean, even the concept of a white noise machine is the craziest thing on the planet.
Yeah. Just
put on your headphones and YouTube white noise.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go stream white noise right now.
Just like fall asleep listening to podcasts like an adult.
Well, I'm not doing this to fall asleep.
Okay.
I'm doing this to see the future.
That's right. I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get on. Shut up.
That sounded like it hurt.
It didn't.
Okay.
And then I get in my $40,000 bed that was designed by German engineers to resemble clouds.
Right. It's like what is that? Who is that? Like that one like that one guy who makes shoes, who's like that one like shoe guy who like he got asked why his shoes are so uncomfortable and he's like, art is not meant to be comfortable.
It's Louboutin.
Yeah, he makes your bed. It's the same kind of thing.
Right. Okay. It's an uncomfortable.
It's an uncomfortable bed, but it's incredibly aesthetic.
Okay, so it's not German, it's French. But yeah, that's cool too.
I feel like they're both kind of in that realm. I feel like Germans are also kind of like they would have like a brutalist kind of bed. It's a hard bed that's shaped like stairs. You know what I mean? Like made of stone.
Okay, so I've got a Louboutin bed.
Right.
That is so uncomfortable that it renders me numb.
Yeah.
And therefore my senses are deprived.
Right.
So I'm numb, and the white noise is extremely white. And then I put on my Ferragamo blindfold.
Right.
And and then I descend into the netherworld where I can have visions of all kinds of kooky stuff.
The idea of someone putting that much expense into their vision process and then it working is infuriating to think about.
Works better.
Yeah, your visions are so much crisper and clearer than mine. It's
quality.
Your visions are all in 4K. Mine are in fucking 360p. All right.
Hello.
Let's get into it. Hiya, boys.
Okay.
It's very much not on them. this little chuckle we're having. We're acting like
that was
they
them.
were weird, but
no, they wrote it. I'm assuming that they wrote it. that they spelled it exactly like Hiya Boys.
No, it's just HIYABOYS exclamation
BOOOOIII.
No, just one.
YES.
No, it's me. I added
and then a winky face.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. No, that's all there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a dick pic.
All right. Yeah. There's no message here. I just want to show you this cool cock I found.
It's not even their dick.
It's not even their dick.
It's just one they found.
It's just a cool one they found.
Nice.
All right. Hiya, boys.
I think I got the hiccups.
Hiya, boys. I've just finished the first week of my second year of college. Against all odds, I haven't flunked out yet, but I'm a little worried about the coming semester. This got me thinking, what can I do to boost my grades in the world to come? Are there going to be new study techniques, or how can I convince my apocalyptic professors to give me an A?
So here's what you're going to want to do.
Yeah.
Go down to the beaches. Start eating the sand.
Okay.
The sand is filled with eggs.
Okay,
in the world to come. Tiny, tiny little eggs.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And the tiny little eggs that you eat in the sand, they will crawl up into your skull.
Okay.
And from them will hatch a species known as optical fleas.
Okay.
And the optical fleas will sit inside your eye sockets. And what you'll be able to do is just take your study material and just shove them under your eyelids. And the optical fleas will eat them and then excrete them into your brain as raw information.
You said the words optical fleas with such confidence that I was like, is this real? Is this a real thing?
They're a very real thing.
Are they real right now? Can I find one of these?
No,
today?
I mean, you have to eat a lot of sand.
Right, okay.
Whereas in the world
So
to
much
come,
sand.
it's going to be just a couple of grains.
And so,
will do it.
okay, sorry, and I got a little bit distracted, but like, so what do? They help you with your memory? Is that their thing?
They crawl up into your eye sockets, and they nest in your eye sockets. And what you can do is you can stuff your study materials under your eyelids, and they will eat it and then excrete it as raw information directly into your optical nerves. It will travel into your brain.
Yeah. So if you're okay with like just kind of sliding whole chunks of paper underneath your eyelid,
it's easier than studying.
Just kind of putting it in there.
Yeah. It's how people are going to learn in the world to come.
And you're not going to know that what do you call it? The optical fleas?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to tell that they're there until you're like doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's not like you eat a bunch of sand and then you can feel the flea. You're just eating a bunch of sand and you have to take it on faith that the fleas are in there.
Right.
And then you have to kind of like take a piece of paper and like fold it up real flat, like, like small so it can fit into your eye socket,
right,
but also
so otherwise,
flat.
Paper cuts.
Exactly. Yeah. And then just kind of get it under the eyelid and just kind of push it in.
You gotta slide it under.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And they'll be in there. And they're definitely in there.
They're just
they're definitely for sure in there, and they're gonna eat it. And you're gonna know all the stuff.
If you've ever been to the beach and like accidentally gotten some sand in your mouth,
right,
there's a chance you have them already.
You might be able to do it right now.
You might be able to.
Right.
In the world to come, they're gonna be a lot more common.
Yeah.
So like you'll be almost guaranteed if you eat some sand. Yeah. Whereas right now it's still a little bit of a risk, but hey, maybe you give it a shot.
I mean, like have a friend write a secret message on a piece of paper and then fold it up without looking at it, and then stick it into your eye. And if yeah, exactly.
It's gotta be under.
Yeah, and if you just like intuitively know what's on that piece of paper, then you've already got them.
Mm-hmm. Also, you'll feel it like eventually it'll disappear.
Right.
It takes like a few hours for the fleas to eat the paper.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
Yeah,
and it hurts bad.
Oh yeah,
and you're gonna cry blood for most of it.
I mean, we're talking about stuffing paper under your eyeballs.
You're gonna cry blood, and honestly, it might, depending on how long the piece of paper is, it might jut into your brain a little bit.
Yeah,
and make you have like a seizure and stuff,
or like taste colors.
Yeah, but you don't want to stop. You just want to keep pushing it up in there.
Well, because if you write small enough, you can learn a lot very quickly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's
very efficient.
Very efficient. The radiation is going to do that. Radiation is going to turn sand into the eggs of optical fleas.
There's going to be so many of these fucking fleas.
They need to get in your
Trillions
eyes
of fleas.
To reproduce. That's why they're optical fleas, is because they need to get into your eyes to reproduce.
There's going to be more optical fleas than there are stars in the sky, or is it the other way around? Which is there? Is there more stars or sand? I forget.
I think stars.
There's more. There's more of one of them than the other.
I think it's stars, and that's like the big crazy fact.
Right? Yeah.
Because I believe it when it's sand.
Well, because that's the thing. Because what I was thinking is what's more impressive, there being a lot of stars or a lot of sand? I bet there's a lot of sand. I bet there's an impressive amount of sand.
There's more fleas than stars.
There's more fleas than stars in the sky.
These are specifically fleas that reproduce inside your eye sockets, though.
Yeah.
And get there by being eaten by you.
I mean, it's going to be bad.
It's not going to be good.
We haven't said that in a while, but we should get back to it. It's something that we need to remind people. People keep forgetting that it isn't going to be good because it's going to be bad. You know, you might hear this and you're like, it sounds pretty unpleasant. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
This is the end of the world.
The end of the goddamn world, you know?
Not like just some stuff being different.
Right, you know? Like,
it's over.
We're talking about when it's all the good stuff. When we say over, what we mean is good stuff. It's all, it's bad now.
All bad.
And our next question.
Even for the fleas.
They don't like
too
this.
Crowded.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't.
These things like live and reproduce inside human skulls. There's a set number of those.
Mm-hmm.
Not nearly enough for everybody.
Yeah,
you know,
it's sad.
It's pretty sad.
I feel bad for fleas already. All they want to do is ride on a dog.
That's true.
I want to ride on a dog.
I kind of do too.
We all want to ride on a dog.
No joke. I imagine being the size of a flea and riding atop a dog, and my endorphins flooded my brain a little bit. I was like, that's like so I had a chemical response. I was like, this is good. You should do that.
There isn't a single human being on the planet who has not wanted to put a saddle on a dog and ride it like a horse.
God, it's the dream of every boy.
All a flea wants. And imagine if you finally had that and then somebody killed you.
Not even imagine. It's so much more than that. Imagine not riding atop a dog's back. Imagine making your home atop a dog's back.
Incredible.
Permanently.
Amazing.
You know?
And then somebody kills you.
And then somebody kills you for doing what you love.
For finding joy.
For finding joy and peace and happiness.
For accomplishing what everyone wants deep down and then some.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's sad.
The life of a flea is a tragic one.
Yeah. And then they go into brains and stuff. I forget. It's both, I guess.
Eye sockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they poop into your brain. They poop raw information into your brain. I don't know.
I'm having trouble keeping track of this one for some reason.
It's
I don't feel like it's that complicated. I'm just having trouble tracking it.
All right, let me break it down for you.
Okay.
You go to the sand. You go to the beach. You eat some sand. The sand is actually full of eggs. Those eggs are the eggs of the optical fleas. The optical fleas get inside your body. They climb up into your skull. They get inside your eye sockets. They reproduce in there. During that time, if you put some paper with something written on it into your eye sockets, they will eat it and they will excrete the information because they live off the paper. They don't need the info. So they poop out the info, and that's how you learn it because it gets directly into your brain via your optical nerves.
All right. And most of the info that you're going to be learning in college, because that's what the question is about. Most of this info that you're going to be learning in college is about how to properly take care of these fleas and how good they are, and how you need to trust them actually, and that they're cool.
So I don't actually know if the information's gonna
I don't know if it's good. The point is that these fleas outnumber us like a billion to one. They are, they're going to be running the schools, and they're going to be in charge of the whole thing.
Right.
It's going to be fleas all the way to the top.
And maybe you want to learn like about fucking the gender studies.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't.
You can't. You're gonna put a bunch of gender study stuff into your eyes, and the fleas are gonna be like, oh, fleas are great. Fleas are really good. And you're gonna be like, did that even say that on the thing? And they're, oh yeah. The genders are equal in fleas, but even less than fleas though. Fleas are better than both genders, actually. All right, our next question. We answered the fuck out of that one, so our next question is.
I'm going to be thinking about those fleas for the rest of the episode. I'm not going to be paying attention to the show. I'm just going to.
No, this is important. This is good. I think this is something worth thinking about. Dearest and most serious men.
What?
My buns are sore and hurting like a bitch. What will leg day be like in the world to come? It's from Joey.
Leg day will be a holiday where everybody celebrates having legs.
It's gonna be a somber day of reflection where we all remember what it was like to have legs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's about better days lost,
And if you go to certain areas, it'll be a celebration of all the legs that the people who live there have stolen from other people.
It's depending on where you live, it's going to be kind of different culturally. It's either going to be about the loss of legs or the day that we all got one extra pair of legs.
Right.
To have on our bodies,
so it really depends. Like it's kind of a class thing,
right?
Yeah. It's like if you're on the upper crust, rubbing elbows and knees, with the privileged few, leg day is like Christmas.
It's better than Christmas.
It's better than Christmas.
Because you might get more legs.
You might get even more legs.
Imagine the status.
You know, every day, leg day, a man with 8 legs comes into town with a giant wheelbarrow full of other legs he's just stolen from the neighboring villages.
Right, yeah. Like
it's
Viking
not that you're.
style.
It's not like
you watch the shores of the as the longboats pull into shore, and the Vikings come out with their fucking bags of legs over their shoulders.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you know, it'll be beautiful for them. I like, yeah, just to be clear,
all kinds of different ways you can put these legs on, because I feel like you could do like octopus body, you could do like spider body, or stack them all on top of each other. Tall man with many knees. Imagine
there's going to be a lot of different ways.
Imagine a multiple articulated knees.
Yeah,
good stuff.
And that's very good stuff.
Good stuff.
That's, I think, the thing that, like, you know, not everybody's going to live like that, though. You know, I'm not saying that most people are going to be born without legs. It's that most people's legs are going to be stolen.
Yeah, yeah, and it is kind of like a self-perpetuating system, right? Because what happens is you go out, you steal people's legs. Now you've got more legs. You're even more powerful. You've got all the strengths of a 4-legged man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, your enemies, no legs to speak of at all.
Yeah.
They've never been weaker. They've never been more vulnerable.
Right.
You know. So it's just it's ain't that the way of the world? The rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
It's a shame.
You know
those poor legless villages out there where the few who still have legs guard the perimeter.
Yeah.
They're also the most vulnerable because the people who are coming after them are just looking for for their warriors.
Exactly. There's really no
legs.
need to guard the perimeter.
No,
they're the thing that's going at, like, wherever the perimeter is kind of needs to be much farther ahead of where it is. You know what I mean?
They should really think about that.
They should stack up all those legless guys in like a wall or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or something. They got to be pulling their weight. They're not nobody wants them is the point.
Yeah.
They're not as vulnerable.
Right.
Well, they are, because they don't got legs.
Right, but like nobody's going to take their legs.
But exactly. Their legs are not at risk.
Right.
You know, it's like how I deal with my car, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, my car is just like missing its hubcap. It's constantly full of garbage. No one's stealing my car.
Right.
No one's ever going to steal my car.
Right, exactly.
Which is why I'm comfortable having my car anywhere.
Right.
And so in some ways, not having legs is a boon, because no one's after your legs. You can blend in anywhere. You can slip into anything.
And that, like, same
You're a
same
shadow.
sort of thing.
No one's paying attention to you.
It's same sort of thing, you know? Like, fucking, it's how you protect your car. It's how I protect my heart.
Yeah.
You know? Make myself, grating and unlikable, and nobody can hurt me.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, that's what they should do.
Right.
You know, as a matter of fact, I think when the time comes, this is about 40 weeks from now. Sorry, I was really trying to work out what the funniest amount of time would be.
Like, is it days or weeks?
Yeah.
Years is too much. That could be true.
Yeah. Minutes is too short.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I don't know, if I'd said half an hour, that might have been funny.
If you'd said half an hour, we could have done a bit in half an hour.
Oh, that's true.
But it's too late now. No, we can't.
Yeah, we can't. It's too late. It's already tomorrow, so we can't. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Well, I feel like both of us are. We're like our brains are. Both of our brains are like 15 feet away from our bodies. You know what I mean?
I think you're getting a contact high from my medication.
Right, yeah.
Which sometimes makes me sleepy.
All right, so that was about leg day.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, leg day is also a terrible...
We did it.
Okay.
We did all this stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
We said it. I was just summarizing, just making sure that we know where we've been.
We were basically saying that the people whose legs are being stolen, they should stop making the people with legs be the guards.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Did we...
Because then
were we like the middle of a point that we didn't finish, I guess?
Yeah, then we peed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's leg day.
If all your legs are getting steel-sted,
yeah,
then why are you putting the guys with legs out on the fucking barricade like that?
Exactly.
That's a terrible idea.
You know?
Get those legless people up on some fucking posts and give them fucking bows and arrows.
Put those legless people up on some leg-shaped posts.
Yeah.
And then put little knives on the bottom of their leg stumps.
Oh, this is great.
You know?
That's
and make them fucking tall too, like head height tall.
So people are
they're not only are they so attracted to these long legs,
right?
These long, sumptuous, beautiful legs, these evidently valuable legs,
right?
But then they take those legs, chunk, spike right into the head.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea.
You know.
We'll make sure to tell them in 40. What was it that we went with?
Well, they gotta listen. Well, they're listening to it now. They're taking notes.
No, I'm
They'll
talking
know
about
when the time comes. I think we said 40 minutes.
Did we say 40 minutes?
I don't remember. No, you're right. I think it was 40. No, we said 40 weeks or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
40 weeks from now. Hey Siri, set a reminder in 40 weeks to tell the villagers of legless people to stop putting their leg full people out on the perimeter. Okay, I've made a note of that.
I wish it had, because I can't wait for in 42 weeks you just have a full-blown panic attack.
All right,
it's just like, what is this? You calling me? Chris, somebody hacked my phone.
Set a reminder for 40 weeks from now to remind the legless people to stop putting their legged people out on the perimeter. And if they are, I forget what else there was, but yeah, no, remind me about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I added it.
It says, remind the legless people to stop putting their leg to people out on the perimeter. And if they are given that, I forgot what else there was, but yeah, don't remind me about that.
Okay. Hey, did we decide this was funny last week? Did we decide that was funny? I can't remember where we kind of landed on it.
I feel like we decided that it wasn't, but I laughed, so I don't know.
No, I feel like we kind of decided it was funny.
You can't do what you just did.
Right, close the door immediately.
Yeah,
after.
well, yeah.
I opened it, farted, and then closed the door again.
Right. As a result of that, you didn't get the fart. Didn't make it all the way out the door.
I just fanned it directly towards you. Which is that's on you for sitting there. You should have seen that coming.
Are you victim blaming me?
Okay. Hi, Chris and Will. In the world to come, how can I acquire a horse?
Build one. Become.
You didn't think of that shit, did you?
Become a horse. Build yourself into a horse. Build a horse out of your own body.
What's a horse made out of, other than cells? And what are cells made out of, other than like dirt and stuff? I mean, they would have to be, right?
I don't know.
I mean, what else do they come from?
I guess probably dirt.
I guess. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
All the things you need for a like. Listen, horses come from the earth.
Yeah.
So everything you need to construct a horse is around you. It's just a matter of putting them all together in the right order. You know what I mean?
That's a really good point.
I'm aware that it is.
Go out in the yard.
Yeah.
Dig up a bunch of dirt.
Dig up a bunch of dirt and make a horse out of the stuff that's in the dirt.
I mean, that's...
What else are people made out of other than dirt?
No, you're absolutely right.
Dirt is just the stuff. It's just earth stuff.
Yeah,
that's what we are.
No, it's just fucked up that I feel like nobody's ever realized that.
It is kind of fucked that the Christians were right about that one.
Yeah,
about the being made out of mud stuff. I guess we kind of are, though. Actually,
well,
you know, to say what else they were right about.
I don't know, but I'm glad that we stumbled across this because the answer is go out into the yard and dig up a bunch of dirt, and turn it into a horse.
Yeah,
just. Pat piles of dirt together until it's horse-shaped.
See, that's the thing. I was about to say the exact opposite. That's not enough. You can't be going out there just making a fucking dirt sculpture.
No, you're right. You gotta get a rabbi to bless it too.
Yeah, that is not what I was going for. But I like this kind of golem angle. Yeah.
Okay. No, we can keep going your direction. I'm sorry. I just had the idea of
no, but yours is. I was gonna. Well, you know, it's what you do is you fucking get a microscope out, start separating all the dirt into like different stuff that you make proteins out of and whatnot. Kind of, you know, just assemble DNA out of the dirt, just like bit by bit, like Legos, but like from the bottom up. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what the rabbi's for.
Right. Exactly. That's what the blessing does.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me to say then, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like insensitive of you to be like, you know, kind of underestimating a rabbi's education and expertise.
Right. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that I didn't think they could do that. It was because I didn't trust a Jew to do the job.
Yeah, dude.
A good Christian priest, I would have understood.
What do you think rabbi means? It's Hebrew for molecular biologist.
Rabbi for it's fucking Yiddish for horse maker.
Yeah. That's I feel I have nothing else to add to that. I think the answer is go to temple.
Right.
The question is, how do I get a horse? Go to temple.
Go to temple and ask your rabbi.
Yeah. And I don't know how much. I don't know what he's gonna want for it. You know, you might have to like do some prayers or give him some money. That's not a Jew joke. It's just sometimes you have to pay for goods and services.
Sometimes rabbis got to make a living too.
Yeah.
You know,
and
he could be charging you more, but he's not actually.
As a matter of fact, he could be making money a very different. He could just be fucking making money out of dirt.
Right, exactly. He knows how to do that.
Yeah,
you know.
So it's not about the money. So
I guess that's actually worse. Yeah,
I broke the
it's
bit.
Bad because he doesn't need the money.
No, he doesn't know how to make money.
He doesn't know how to do that actually.
Yeah.
No. Listen, he's gonna need like $10,000 for expenses.
Well, the thing is, he would have to first make a tree. And then turn the tree into paper to make the money. A rabbi can only bring dirt to life. He can't make it into other things.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It would be too many steps.
He's a scientist, not a genie.
Yeah. He's not God.
No.
He just works for the guy.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like that's a pretty right out of the park.
We got it? We just kind of got that one?
I feel like
just ask a rabbi.
Yeah.
Get a rabbi to do it.
You know, that's probably, yeah, I think that's the answer. Either steal a horse from somebody or ask a rabbi.
Make one.
Kidnap a rabbi and force him at gunpoint. Or perhaps
show him this your fucking dirt horse and say, I'll make it a real one.
Or I'll blow your brains out. And he'll say, okay. Or maybe he won't. Maybe he'll say, do it, I dare you.
Yeah.
You know, because
you get a real cowboy rabbi. He's kind of like a. You don't have the guts.
Oh, that's what rabbi. It's going to be really easy to confuse cowboys with rabbis in the world to come. Very similar energy. You're gonna. Don't. Also, just really quick. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that rabbi is going to have Clint Eastwood energy.
Right.
I mean, Clint Eastwood is going to have a rabbi energy. Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you for pushing this joke in a direction that's even harder for me to riff on.
Oh, no, you can't. You're not allowed.
I could maybe do a rabbi doing a Clint Eastwood voice and get away with it. I can't do the other way around.
Yeah.
I cannot do Jewish Clint Eastwood. That's on you. You got to carry this one now.
You know, honestly, I don't even want to. You know, like I've set up I'm sorry. I create a setup that requires a bigoted punchline.
Right.
So I can't do it. I mean, like it's my culture. I feel like it's okay, but also at the same time, it's no.
What is Clint Eastwood even? How would he even react to being Jewish? I bet not.
He would not like it.
I don't think he would like it at all.
Clint Eastwood
I think he would be pretty upset to find out that happened to him.
Clint Eastwood became Jewish, like without his.
Yeah, he woke up one morning to find, to his horror,
it's Clint Eastwood looking in the mirror. He's got the fucking things.
Yeah. He's got the braids and stuff.
Just picturing the face that he would make.
Our next question. Dear Chris and Will.
Hello.
I have one toe that's slightly longer than it should be.
Gross. Next question.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
Dear Chris and Will, I have one toe that's slightly longer than it should be, to the point where one of my friends commented on it while I was wearing flip-flops. Will my freak toe give me any advantages in the world to come?
Yeah. But you gotta be creative. I can't answer that question all the way for you, you know? But like when you have something, when you got it, flaunt it. You know what I'm saying.
And listen, maybe and here, you know, we could launch into a whole thing about like, oh, your toe is gonna get powers or something. Your toe's gonna fucking shoot lasers. Your toe's gonna be so strong. More likely than not, the niche that your toe helps you fill is like you have a weird toe, and that's like amusing to people. You know, you're like the toe freak.
Yeah.
You know. Like, there's no, like, TV or stuff. Like, people can't, like, watch a video of, like, a guy getting hit in the balls.
Right.
In order to, like, bring joy and amusement into their life. Right. So they just, like, kind of keep you around, and you have, like, a fucked up toe, and they point at your toe, and they laugh. And maybe they, like, you know, maybe they, like, smack you around a little bit. I don't know. Like... The point is that you have a role, you have a niche that you fill. Yeah. You know?
No, if it's going to give you any benefit, it's going to be one that you have to find for yourself.
Right, exactly.
I am not seeing not off in my vision. Yeah. I am not seeing you like the toe is going to get a little bigger from the radiation, but like to an extent that you yourself might not notice. Right. It's like it's just going to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, no.
And it'll continue to be a weird, noticeable thing about your fucked up, gross body that people will point out. Right. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't, again, it's not, I'm kind of like going through the list of like things that it could be, and I am settling on toe freak.
Yeah.
More often than not.
No, you got a bum deal this time around.
You know what's fun about the evolution of this podcast? What? I feel like at the beginning of this podcast we would have been like, oh yeah, like your toe is gonna like do all kinds of stuff, like you're
gonna be swinging from branches.
Everyone's mutations are gonna be so fucking crazy. Like people are gonna not even notice your toe, and nowadays it's like you're gonna get this shit kicked out of you and that's your job actually.
It's gonna be how you get by. This episode, the answer is your toe is just going to be kind of big.
It's just going to be kind of big.
And noticeable in a way that people want to make fun of, and people need something to laugh at to pass the time. And so, you know, if that's how you're going to survive, is that when the raiders come and point a gun at your head, you're going to be like, hey, wait, you want to see my feet? And they're going to be like, maybe.
Show us what you're working with. Oh! Ew. Yeah, that's hilarious. Come on. We are going to kick the shit out of you, though, just to be clear. Yeah, no,
we're still going to steal your stuff, but we don't want to kill you.
We're not going to kill you, no.
Somebody else has got to see this shit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, and they fucking, they trot you around, you know.
Please don't, like, once again, it's going to be a little bigger.
It's going to be a little bit, just a little bit.
It's not like you're going to have like an arm-sized toe.
No.
It's not like it's going to be like, you know, you like drag your body around by your giant fucking toe.
And it's not even going to be like everyone, you know, come one, come all.
No.
Come see the toe monster. Not even that.
No.
No, it's just going to be kind of amusing for bullies. Yeah. You know? It's going to be the kind of thing that you kind of have to be a bully to notice. Even.
Right.
You have to seek out bullies because only they will be able to protect you.
Right.
You know? And again, that's just your niche. It's where you fit in.
And the good news is, like, maybe other people will, like, take pity on you because, you know, not because you're such a freak, but just because, like, you're just kind of gross. Right. You know? And so they might, like, help you out here and there more than they would most people. Not a lot more. Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
And so, you know, you've got benefits. It's just none of them they're not superpowers.
Right, exactly.
They're just mild benefits.
You asked what you could do with your toe, and we're telling you.
Yeah.
You know, if none of this sounds good, you could just wear shoes the whole time. It's fine.
Right. You don't have to do anything with your toe.
You don't have to do any of this stuff.
No.
You might, like, you know, I wouldn't suggest you getting kind of smacked around by a bunch of raiders as like an amusing thing.
Yeah.
If I didn't think it would ultimately benefit you.
Yeah.
You know, at least then you're not worrying about where your meals are coming from.
Right. Like let's just, like, you know, be perfectly clear here. This is not necessarily a better life than a different life you could have.
Right. No. But
you could wear shoes and work hard.
Yeah.
You know? But like
But that's the thing, you won't have to work that hard.
Right.
You just have to not have any shame. Mm-hmm. And again, be okay with them just casually smacking you around.
Yeah. Once again, though, this isn't necessarily a better life than another life you could have.
Yeah. But it's an option.
It's an option.
It's an option that involves your big toe because that's what you asked.
I guess to answer your question is you can use it as a fallback.
Yeah.
You know?
You always have that.
If you can't be the best raider in the land,
Then be the toe freak.
be just the toe freak people slap around when they're bored.
You just, yeah.
I like this one. I think this is really up there for us, honestly.
And if you don't have a fucked up toe, you could do the other stuff too. Just let some raiders slap you around.
That's
a little
true.
Bit, you know?
Yeah. The thing is, like, being a little bit of a toe freak,
Right.
it makes maybe them more likely to spare you when they're done slapping you around, because they might be like, this is fucking funny. Like, it is as much as of a superpower as being able to do a couple basic card tricks.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine how lucky are you that you don't have to learn a couple of card tricks.
Right.
You just have a fucked up weird toe.
Like, if you were like really good at shuffling cards,
Yeah.
or like pulling a coin out from behind somebody's ear,
Yeah, you could do that and get smacked around.
right? And it would be the same.
It'd be the same.
Yeah, it's the same level of
You know?
amusement. It's a slight edge.
It's a slight edge. It's just
Yeah.
a little bit. You can just it's a small advantage that you have if you're willing to kind of pull that out when necessary. Yeah. All right.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that we got it.
I think that's good for them. I think we've given them a pretty specific plan.
That'll be $40.
Yeah, if just leave
your
it in the
PayPal
usual
link here.
place.
Put your PayPal link here. Can we
I gotta
start
do it.
doing that?
Yeah. I have to make a PayPal for the fucking podcast, so it's not just my regular
I
email.
really feel like you should.
I
Because then you could just, I would love to be able to just drop your PayPal link after good advice. I'll be like, that'll be
really
$40. Drop it here.
The fucked up thing is that people would do it. They would give me money.
I would hope so. This is on the honor system.
It's just statistics, and like just barely enough people listen to this podcast. That is the level of fame that we're at.
Mm-hmm.
That if we ask for $40 and drop a PayPal link, at least one of them will do it. Not most of them, not a lot of them, but at least one.
Dude, so I recently hit 115,000 followers on Instagram.
That's a lot.
And I'm
That's a lot of
really
followers.
curious. Like what?
Could if I did drop a PayPal link and then you posted it on your Instagram, how much would it change my life? Like, to what extent? Would it be a nice little
Chris
treat?
money.
Or like, would it be like, or would I be able to afford a different apartment? How, like,
I'm really.
I would love to do that experiment. But also I don't in a way. I don't know.
But like,
I'm like ashamed.
oh yeah, no,
It feels
it's disgusting
to do.
But like,
but the power, it's just like the fucking and you know what it is? It feels just enough like art to get away with it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's not, but I can trick myself into thinking it is.
I will never do it, but I really love the idea
Of just seeing-
posting my PayPal link and just saying, "Listen, I'm not asking you for much."
Right. I'm just saying this is here.
No, just
Right. Okay. Oh,
I'm not
okay.
I'm not asking you for much. But if you gave me just $1, you could make me so much fucking money. If everybody who watched this story
Right.
just gave, I'm not asking for much.
Right.
I'm asking for $1. I'm only asking for $1,
And
dude.
the thing is, like, if you made it about like the fucking brain research thing,
yeah.
people would do it.
Oh shit.
And
That
you would
starts
probably
to,
make.
that starts to feel like a social responsibility
You start to
now.
feel like maybe you have to do it.
Yeah.
But I know, but there is like a part of me that it's almost no. It's actually cooler and braver to be like, no, this is for me. What am I going to spend the money on? Stuff. Just like, I don't know, food. What do you want?
I've been thinking about buying a gun.
I'm going to be moving into my college dorm on Sunday.
Cool.
And have
Congrats.
been worried about adjusting to my new environment. Will there be any advantages to being on a college campus when the bombs drop? And how can I use my new surroundings to my advantage?
Oh, I know. Fucking build a wall of frat boys.
Ooh, okay.
So they get burned to a crisp instead of you.
That's not bad.
Kill so many birds with one stone.
That's not bad. Honestly, you know what the ideal situation is?
What?
Oh, actually, I have an even better idea. Not that your idea isn't good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like burning frat boys
No, I
alive
think it's
is
a
always
great
a great
idea,
idea.
and I think if this is not a better idea. This is just an alternate take. I
Okay.
think. Instead of making a wall of frat boys, bury them up to their heads in the ground so that only their brains are exposed, and then kind of hope that the radiation just kind of like an EMP blast just wipes them clean, and then you have these like big kind of like lumbering lugs. These kind of like lurch-esque, kind of like muscle-bound, brainless things that you can just kind of get to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
This kind of like a very fit, very kind of physically tuned biological machine.
I feel like there's more poetic justice to that.
Yeah.
No, I think that's great.
You know, put them to use. You know, like,
yeah.
It's like they put a lot of hard work into them beautiful frat bods.
Do frat boys have good bods? I feel like
in my mind they do, but I guess they don't.
I don't think they do. I mean,
I think
do.
In
but...
their minds they do.
Oh, in their minds, they're all fucking
like,
Adonises.
I think I'm just imagining them all as gym bros. You know,
no, they're not all gym bros. A lot of them are, but
a lot of them are. Well, you know, then you get those. You know, and use the other ones for the wall. The fittest among the frat boys.
A lot of them have like beer guts and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that also might be good. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, like a little extra fat on your body can like insulate you from the cold,
right? Yeah.
And like can also just give you mass,
right?
And like just pure mass is always good for
you
throwing
slit them
your
open,
shit
kind of
around,
live inside them like a tauntaun.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Kind of burrow your way inside of a frat guy. Kind of live inside of his skin.
If you can get inside his chest cavity, put your arm up into his arm,
and then kind of puppeteer. Then you're the big man on campus.
Use him as like a flesh Gundam.
Right? Yeah.
That's the answer. That's the benefit of being on a college campus.
Yeah, if you're going to a college campus, you step into college your first day, you're feeling kind of insecure, feeling like maybe you're not the coolest guy you could be. Find a cooler guy and just go in him, get inside of him, and now you're him and you're cool and you're confident.
Yeah,
you know.
And also protected from the raiders and the hordes and the scream beasts and the gun.
They'll stab him. You're safe inside.
Yeah.
You know?
I really feel like I threw away the word Gunimals, but
Gunimals. Like it kind of went right over my head.
I just feel like I should have focused on it.
We can focus on.
Can we focus on Gunimals because that's
it's like
extremely good.
Yeah, it's like a dog with like a gun for his head or something, right?
Maybe.
Or like a monkey with like a gun for its head.
Could be. It could be anything.
It's just an animal as long as it got a gun.
It's a Gunimal.
It might just be a monkey with a gun. You know, it just could be an animal's wheel that wields a gun. I think it's broad in that way. It could be whatever.
It could be a dog that just shoots bullets out of its mouth.
That's pretty good.
You know,
you kind of hold him.
Yeah, I like it's the wrong day.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like on another day, Gunimal could have been a whole episode.
It could have been the title of this epised.
Right, but I just don't have it. I don't know if you do.
Every time you say Gunimal, I imagine those Danimals drinkable yogurts. that's just what goes into my head. I imagine it, and it says Gunimal on them. But other than that, it's just the yogurt. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same.
So it's like you're seeing like the mascots with guns.
Yeah. Not even with guns. Yeah. I just see the yogurt. I'm just telling you what happens in my head when you say it.
I appreciate the honesty. I feel like it would be really easy to just say, and they're holding guns.
I can add the gun pretty easily.
Yeah.
But that's not what my brain conjures immediately when you say Gunable. It's just the yogurt.
No, I'm
just reminded of the yogurt.
I don't see anything.
It's just a cool concept.
It's just I kind of think of Animorphs,
right?
Ooh. Only instead of on the cover a person turning into a bat, he's turning into a gun.
An animal turning into it's a bat turning into a gun.
Yeah,
which is honestly fucking cool. Honestly, fucking cool.
Yeah.
If I imagine, this is the thing. There are so many like apocalypse things, right? So many like different like apocalypse stories where the dude has a dog, right? It's like an old man and his dog. They're walking around. They're going through the wasteland.
Yeah.
Imagine if that dog had turned to a gun. That's man's best friend.
That's good.
That's even more man's best friend.
That's good.
It doesn't have to be a dog. It could be a rat. That'd make you happy, I bet. Imagine if you had a little rat, lives on your shoulder. It's your fun guy. He cuddles with you. He's nice. He's your companion as you wander the wasteland. But then somebody threatens you. He jumps into your hand. Now he's a gun. He just turns into like a Glock 45. He just turns into a pair of Desert Eagles.
It's pretty good.
Isn't that good? a Desert Eagle with a beautiful rat engraved on the handle. It's a beautiful gun.
Yeah, I'm like kind of blanking, but I really do. I'm so glad that we got to this point.
Yeah.
In the Gunnimal bit.
Okay.
You know, I'm not laughing.
But I
as
can
you can
tell.
see,
No, but
like,
I can tell you're happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
imagining
like,
that.
pleased.
Yeah, because now finally your friends can kind of give back a little bit.
Oh, it's also just like, I don't know, just like the word Gunnimal like called for more attention than I had the power to give it.
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad that you added these things and that you like took it to where you did, because like I felt like that's where it needed to go, but I wouldn't have been able to get it there.
I mean, it's a team effort.
Just don't have the energy.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, like I've never done this before, but I'd like to make just an earnest request for a very specific fan art.
All right.
You know, and that is Gunnimal.
Right.
I just really want everybody to do that bit for me.
Okay. Just like to figure out what the bit is and what it means.
Yes.
Just gotta figure out what the premise of the bit is.
Yeah.
And then figure it out and then draw it. Like,
yeah. Or
kind of like when we said Peter of Guns. It's actually incredibly similar. We've kind of done the exact same thing again now. Just you figure it out.
You know what
a Gunnimal is. It's just kind of...
Fuck. I guess I think I might be running out of steam.
Listen, the good news is that we have now spent enough time talking about Gunimals for me to name that, name this episode after that.
That's good. I felt like it was important to get there.
Yeah, we had to do that. That was the only goal.
Yeah.
Because what was the question?
I don't fucking care.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
I don't think it had anything to do with animals in guns.
I don't think it did.
Was this still about college?
I think it was still about college.
What the fuck happened?
Who knows?
I have no idea. I blacked out.
Well, because I feel like you said the reason I didn't immediately respond when you said Gunnimal is you really threw it out. It was kind of like a side detail of a side detail. So I can't for the life of me I couldn't say what it was a detail of.
I'm just like, I just feel like there's so much you could do with Gunnimal.
Our next question? What am I doing? What's happening right now?
I think our intro and outro music
is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome. Or you can buy our merch at lifeintheworldtocome.bigcartel.com. And if you maybe send us a little question at lifeintheworldtocome@gmail.com or on our Discord in the questions channel.
And if every one of you just gave me $5,
it's gone up. It's gone up. You had the opportunity to only give Will $1. That time is past. You have to give him $5 now.
Listen, I'm only asking for $5.
Okay. So what are you asking?
I am not asking for more than $5.
I don't think it's that unreasonable for Will to ask for $15. Okay.
How often would you like you just give a friend a 20?
To
everybody who listens to this, am I not something of kind of a friend to you?
So if everyone listened to this could just give Will $75, then
I honestly, man, I think that I'm not asking for much.
Yeah.
The point is, I genuinely am not asking for much. You would give a 20 to a friend who asked for it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even necessarily think about it. I mean, you might, hem and haw a little bit over a 20, but fine, let's make it a 10. All right? Mm-hmm. If you, person who's listening right now, if you just gave me $10.
And listen, if you would be willing to give a friend $10, then there's no reason you shouldn't give Will like $90.
I know.
You know?
I see where you're going with this, Chris.
Will is worth like 90 of your friends, so you should give him like $200.
But I'm not.
You're right. Actually, the higher I go, the less money you're gonna make.
Yes, exactly.
If everyone actually does give you $1.
But if
you
every
can make like $200,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that I'm not asking for much.
Right.
To you who is listening right now, I am not asking you for fucking buckets.
Right.
I'm asking for like a couple bucks. That's really not much. I'm not being greedy. I'm asking for a few dollars.